everyone, Vito's A32 back again with another edition of What's in the Box, my weekly series where I go through my collection box by box. And this one has my name on it because I wrote it on there for when we moved so that I would know it was my stuff, but not like I wouldn't know that. I think these are some bicycle decks. Looking at the box, what it says on the side, but who knows? That might have changed at some point in time. So let's see what's in this one. I think this is episode 12. And no, they're not standard bicycles, not entirely. So we got, first of all, a deck that is from Art of Play. It is the Tempo, which is a pretty cool musical themed deck. We have a sealed red aristocrat banknote, for whatever reason. Stay open, that'd be great. We have the Cardinals Poker from Midnight Cards, pretty nice. It's a poker deck version of, they use the same design for a euchre set of decks, which I think I also have. Maybe I don't, but it's pretty nice. Bird design on the back, nature theme. I have, what else do I got? I have one of these clear plastic bicycle decks. The sticker's coming off. But that's the back design. Pretty cool. There's others out there I wouldn't mind getting that are like that, but I haven't as of yet. And I got another one that's in a bicycle tuck case, but it's not actually a bicycle deck. This is a Campbell's Meatball Alphabet Soup deck that has a rounded design to it. Pretty interesting little deck that I got one time on Etsy or something like that. I put the box back together. There is a lot of bicycle decks in this one, fairly standard, so we'll get to those. We have this, the Bicycle Las Vegas deck, I believe it was. Yeah, the Las Vegas deck, which was from, you tell me who? I don't remember. It was a Kickstarter one from what I recall, I think. Then there is a couple of the Royales decks. They're pretty nicely designed. Very nice box. This is from Kings and Crooks, aka Lee McKenzie. Who I think I'm waiting on something from him right now. I think. I don't recall for sure. Then we have one of the bicycle premier backs. I have two of these. This one's sealed. It says from the old BM Poker World shop. Thumbs up if you remember BM Poker World. There used to be a website that sold decks on the website and on eBay. And then they, Gambler's Warehouse bought them. They might still exist on eBay. I don't recall for sure. But obviously not the same ownership group. Then I have some decks here. These are all from Elephant playing cards. And these are their Alpha and Omega series of decks. The Great Awakening, the Early Church, and the Reformation. I just threw them in there, obviously, at some point in time. Very nice decks. Elephant playing cards no longer exist, from what I can tell. Last I checked, the website was dead. Then we have a random deck here. This is a 575 Espanol deck, Spanish design, from a, I believe, this is an Israeli company, actually. That produced this deck, oddly enough, Spanish deck from Israel. Let me just double check what it says. Standard cards, obviously, but decent quality for a smooth plastic coated finish. Bridge size and the Ace of Spades is, yeah, Lion. Made by Lion, made in Israel. Unless, well, this is the same design as a tuck case. So why it says Spanish design, I don't know. They just standard poker cards, but it is what it is. That's maybe it's just a back design of Spanish. But Spanish deck from an Israeli company. Interesting. Then we have the Bicycle Escape Map from USPCC. This one's actually sealed. These were inspired by the original map decks that showed prisoners of war how to find a way to safety during the wars. World War II, I imagine. So pretty cool. I haven't opened one somewhere. I actually also have some other sealed decks here. Bicycle Sideshow Freaks and Bicycle Griffith. These were both from USPCC. They were These, well, this one specifically was from Club 808. Most of these were probably from that club. Then I got a couple of Ace Authentics, purple and blue colors. Not the best quality, but they're cool. Then I have, what do we have next? I have a bicycle Silver Riderback sealed. And I have bicycle Serpent sealed, another one of those, which is actually made for the Zodiac, I guess. Year of the Zodiac. And interestingly enough, this year was the bicycle Snake. And this one is the Serpent, which was last in 2013. So this came out in 2013, 2012, yeah, thereabouts. Pretty cool. That's sealed. I do have an open one, of course. Also sealed. These bicycle decks here. What are they? Makers and Fitness. Guessing, are these anniversary edition decks or something? I don't recall. Let me see what the seal says here. I don't know, but they're vintage reproductions of, I should know the name of this back design. It's obviously not the wheel back. It's not thistle back. It's not, is it the auto cycle maybe? I don't recall for sure. But I know I have others like that, so we'll find more. Soon, probably, actually. But then we have the bicycle Cobalt Edition, one sealed and one open. Very nice blue colored decks. I think it had some splatter from something on it, unfortunately. I want to say this is put out by a magician. Got a double backer in it. And I don't think it says anything on it. I don't remember who put this one out. Other than I'm pretty sure it was put out by a magician. I probably got this on Penguin Magic or something like that. The Cobalt Edition. Then we have these bicycle vintage design safety back and tangent back. Is that what that one is? Not quite. It's a little bit different. These are black versions of some vintage design decks. Previously, they released vintage design decks of years ago in red and blue, and then just a couple of years ago, this was 2019, a few years ago now, somebody put out these ones in black. I don't know who it was, if it was USPCC or not. Then we got bicycle aviaries, the brownish colored one and the red one, which I think was a Canadian release, but USPCC decks, bicycle webbed, Spider-Man theme, not really, but sort of, and a bicycle fighter race. I believe this one and this one were Walmart exclusives in the US. Then we have one of the bicycle Ombre Edge decks, which has this very cool gilded edge. I'll show you that when we get to it, but it's kind of a multicolored back. That's a sealed one. Also some sealed, not sealed, sorry. These are the bicycle auto bikes. These might have been an anniversary reprint or something like that, but very nice back designs. Probably have seals somewhere as well, maybe. Then I got one of these, the Bicycle Canada 150 deck, released by USPCC to celebrate 150 years of Canada in 2017, featuring images of different Canadian places, including this legend, Terry Fox. If you've never heard of Terry Fox, look him up. He's pretty iconic here in Canada. He's considered the greatest Canadian of all time. Very heroic what he did. And his story will make you tear up, I'm sure. We got the bicycle flying machines, which is really cool. I think this was a USPCC release. There's a different one in here as well somewhere. Somewhere in my collection I have like a blue one as well. Bicycle butterfly. This was from playing card decks. There, again, may or may not be another color. I don't recall off the top of my head. Moving on, I see the Ombre Edge coming up. We have just a Canadian version of a Riderback sealed. We have a bicycle unicorn in pink. I believe there's a blue one somewhere. The bicycle house blend in green. There's also a different color somewhere. The bicycle party cup. And here's the Ombre Edge deck. Let's look at it. This is $22.77. What was the other one? This one doesn't even have a seal. Interesting. So I opened the one that has a seal on it and the one that doesn't have a seal. I don't know where I got that one, but it doesn't have a seal. So, hey, it might be more limited for all I know. So it's got this cool half red, half blue back design. And they did the same thing with the gilding. Very interesting. Outside of that, it's fairly standard. That was a Kickstarter one. This is a Kickstarter deck. That's probably why it has a numbered seal. And the other one, I probably just bought a duplicate on the bicycle website or something. Oh yeah, I think it was released for, this is done for Magic Live by the USPCC. So maybe it wasn't Kickstarter. I don't even recall. I think it was. Moving on, we have the Bicycle Bourbon. Another one of their older decks. Pretty cool. Yeah, the Bicycle Capital in red. There's also a blue one somewhere. Then I have a bunch of bridge-sized bicycles here, actually. We have a bridge-sized deck in Orons. There is a blue-colored one, yellow. It is green, and I think that's fuchsia or purple, actually. There's also a gray one. I think that's gray. Maybe it's black. No, it's gray. I think these are part of a set that I bought on Amazon. Yeah, from Baron Barclay Bridge Supply. Very interesting. Came across these and got them. I think I might actually have sealed duplicates somewhere as well. I could be wrong. There's 6. I think these are all, they have to be all from Baron. Yeah, they're all from this Baron Barclay. They may or may not still have them. Who knows? If they put the 10,000, they probably still have some. If they put the 5,000, they probably still have some. Moving on. I also got some other ones here. These were put out by USPCC, and they're just jumbo indexed or large print for people visually impaired, red and blue. Then back to poker size. What you've all been waiting for. We have the Bicycle American Flag deck. Personally, not a big fan of America right now. And Donald Trump wanted to impose tariffs on everyone and anyone and just wanted to take over everything and screw you. I say to that. Canada is not for sale. We're not going anywhere. We're not going to become a state. Donald Trump, sorry to go into a tangent here, but Donald Trump just wants all of our stuff for free, and he can suck it, personally. Moving on, we have the Bicycle Cocktail Party deck, which is pretty cool. Similar to the Party Cup one, except with cocktail glasses and recipes. Sorry for going off on a tangent. Just had to get that off my chest. We have a Dragonback in gold. Very nice deck. I like the Dragonbacks. We have this one. This is a Canadian release, a Bicycle Heritage deck, which is one of their, I think that's a fan back, one of the fan backs. The same one back design they used on their 125th anniversary decks, except that it's got this nice vintage weathered look to it. Very cool. I do have a sealed one somewhere as well. You might still find those online. There's also a Bicycle Panda in green. I believe there's a different color as well somewhere in my collection. A black one, I think. Then I got these Bicycle foil backs, green and gold. Very cool. They do have foil on the cards. These were put out by Geek, which I think was a European company, distributor. I don't know if they're still doing anything, but nice shiny Metalux foil backs. I'll have to look up Geek to see if they got anything lately. I haven't seen anything that's associated with them recently. Moving on, I apologize, I'm adjusting things here. We have one of these silver Bicycle Steampunk decks. We also have this deck, the Bicycle Gold Deco. Meh. And then there's this one, the Bicycle Custom Playing Cards Promotional Deck. At least one version of it. Oh yeah, it's like a postcard. And what this is it's just this random bicycle back design. And in the faces Show you all sorts of different things. It's a promotional deck. Look at this, deck sellers. It's a different deck. I don't know. I'm just imagining these are all real decks that USPC. Ooh, dual coding. That's cool. The USPC has printed. It's just to show you different things they could do. There is the Ultra Gaff, etc., etc. I've done a review on this at some point in time. Very interesting. It's also rare. They don't make these anymore. And it was, they didn't make them very much. And you have to, like, obviously get them from them as a, if you're, looking for information on them, basically. It's a bicycle perspective from Club 808. Wish Club 808 was still around. Speaking of the vintage designs, here's some of them in red and blue. The racer back and tangent back. We still haven't found that back design that we saw before. Who knows if we will. Then we have the other unicorn deck, purple. I thought it was blue. Purple. Then we have, well, I have one bicycle tactical field deck here. This is the 2017 version. These are, it's just black rider back. Basically, these are supposed to have a special coating and made for like soldiers to use. I don't know if that's true about that one or not. We have the bicycle espionage deck, which is really cool. Another Club 808 deck. With a side opening tuck, it's a rarity from the USPC. And then the bicycle Club 808 deck. I believe this is what this one is. It's the 808 deck. Very cool. Very nice. Then there is a bicycle speakeasy. Another one of those 808 decks. I may or may not have duplicates of some of these sealed. Then I got a couple of rider backs here in like a pink and a light blue. I think these were Walmart exclusive colors at some point in time. I don't even know what the colors are specifically. I will say I do have sealed ones somewhere. We'll get to those eventually one day. Then we have a bicycle Rhapsody, some more USPC releases back in the day. Those may or may not be vintage backs that they used for that. I don't recall. Does it say anything in there? Sometimes it says on the ad card or whatever. It doesn't say anything. Very cool though. Fairly standard deck. 3 jokers. Or 2 jokers actually. Is it 2 or is it 3? Doesn't matter. I guess it does not matter, right? And then we have the bicycle Bigfoot, as I put my foot down for emphasis. A fun little deck they did a few years ago. And our answer will be solved momentarily. I have here a bicycle prism gilded deck, which has a prismy gilding on it, and this was put up by Collectible Playing Cards. Interesting enough, font and not font, embossed and foil tuck case, and this interesting holographic edge on what is just a black rider back. It does appear to have metallic inks on the faces at the very least, so pretty cool for what it is. And pretty limited, only 1,000. I got right in the middle, 537. Moving on, I have this one, a bicycle multicolors. This one was from Magic Makers Inc., I do believe, back in the day. And it's just a black rider back, but what I like about this one is that there's different colors for each suit. Always a fan of decks like that, for whatever reason. Maybe it's just the card game side of me. 4 suits, 4 colors. It makes sense, right? And then I have a vintage bicycle pinochle deck. That's just a rider back. It's obviously old. I don't know why I got it, but I did. And finally, we got some more nice bicycle vintage decks. Or heritage decks, whatever these ones, this series is. These are from Well, they say Cincinnati, but they're made in Erlanger. And they're just throwbacks. They got this one that's the chain back, is it? I think that's a chain back. And there's another one in red. And then we have these two, which is the same back design we saw earlier, if I do recall. And it doesn't tell me what it is. I'm like, here we're going to have the answer. Nope, never mind. In fact, I think this is the same ones that we saw before, just an open one. Talks about the front and the back. This is the Autobike. Okay, I think I mentioned Autobike. I was correct. I mentioned Autobike. But these were some nice vintage reprints. They have vintage faces. Yeah, very nice. That's the way to do it. Actually, yeah, this looks like it's part of the same set as the ones we looked at before. These ones are different. These ones, I don't know if these were USPCC, if they were somebody else that released them. I don't recall. Anyway, that is it for that, folks. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time with more. Stay tuned for episode 13 sometime in the near future.